Hey there, Site 42 staff. Dr. Theron Sherman here. Welcome to another episode of Dr. Sherman's Office Hours. We are here in the liminal space between Christmas Eve, or Christmas Day, I should say, and New Year's Eve. The space where we are in the winter and nothing is happening. And so I hope you have a nice cup of holiday cheer on hand as we enjoy this small time together. Ask away your SCP-related questions as you may. I'll answer to the best of my ability. There's YouTube letting the chat open up. Hello, everybody. Very good to see you all. Clowny, Floppa, Yetvir, SJ, Elizabeth, Count, Cheese. Those are two separate people, Count and Cheese. It's not Count Cheese. Vida, Ibra, Kawadi, Ace, all of you, welcome to the Site 42 Liminal Office Hours. Jack Lupin, good to see you in the chat, and thank you as always for being a Site 42 channel member. Brad asks what Dr. Sherman's favorite SCP is. Well, that you're going to have to wait till the end of the stream, because I always end the stream by listing off my favorite SCPs. Whoa, are you wearing a rainbow? Yes! Happy to notice this is a new lab coat. I have yet to get it fitted on the sides. I got to go get it tailored a little bit. And I've got to pop on a new SCP logo. I got to decide if I want a white or a black one, because this is very colorful. So either one could work, I think. I think I might go with a white one. But, yes, my mother got me a tie-dyed lab coat. The only reason she got me this lab coat is because she couldn't find one that was literally a Hawaiian shirt print. So if we can find a Hawaiian shirt print lab coat, that's next in line. But this one is going in the rotation for sure. Good stuff. Matthew Parker, thank you for becoming a level 1 member of the Site 42 staff. You're entitled to use all the Site 42 emojis now. And the more members we get, the more I'll be able to add with our fellow community artist, Teeth, who is making them all. Amber, thank you. My mother does have good taste on lab coats. And who is the best SCP? Well, Waffle Onus, thank you for your dono. Make sure to pick yourself up some waffles on your way past the Site 42 commissary. The best SCP are my favorite SCPs. That's what I think. And so, once again, once we get to the end of the stream, then I'll list my favorite SCPs. Destroyer DJ, how do you feel about the O5s? Are you one of them? Well, there is no canon, so depending on what universe you are in, Dr. Sherman could be an overseer one day. In episodes where I play an overseer, I assume that Dr. Sherman is 0513, just because that's my lucky number. Besides 42, obviously. I'm noticing, chat, that we have 172 concurrent viewers and only 38 likes. Let's get those likes to surpass or at least match those viewers. I believe in you, Site 42 staff. Jack Lupin, what do you think of Lethal Company, you ask? So, I have not played it yet. I've not even watched a video on it yet. But it is something I need to check out because it is all the rage right now. As you can see, I work off a laptop, and so we are in the new year hopefully going to work up to a gaming rig that we can stream with, because it'd be very fun to do some gaming streams with you guys, do some Lethal Company as well, because it's SCP adjacent from what I hear. Waffleonus, what is on your computer, you ask? Thank you for your second dono, and that would be a YouTube video that is titled Surviving the Plague, SCP Lo-Fi Beats to Chill and Relax to. And so this is one of the very few SCP Lo-Fi videos on YouTube, so if you need some spooky Lo-Fi vibes. Joseph Ford, I feel nausea. That's very unfortunate. You should get down to the medical wing and see if they've got something for that. Boss Card 003, thank you for your dono. Make sure to grab yourself a piece of cherry pie on your way past the commissary. If you had a chance to be any SCP, what one would you be? So if I had to be the SCP? What am I feeling today? If I had to be the SCP today, then I think I would want to be SCP-008-J, Jeff. Because Jeff always escapes the situations that he's in no matter what. And so I would like to know that I will always be comically safe by accidentally-ing my way out of all danger. Matthew Parker, who just recently became a member, so thank you again. Is Monster a SCP or not? I don't know. Also, I'm pretty sure there's an SCP on my back porch. Is Monster something specific, or do you just mean monsters in general? I'm a little vague on what that means there. Because now, most things, if we call them a monster, they are usually anomalous, so they could be classified as SCPs. But that's up in the air. Well, I go back through the chat here. Site 42 staff, you're at 116 likes to 178 viewers. You are halfway to your goal of overtaking the viewer count with likes, so make sure you hit that like button, staff. I believe in you. Andy, my tree screamed. Well, first of all, thank you for your dono. Make sure you grab yourself some Christmas tree-shaped cookies on your way past the commissary. And, okay, so here's the deal. Here's what a lot of people miss about SCP-4521, why we want that tree to scream. It's because, scientifically speaking, we know that trees scream. We know that all trees are screaming at a frequency that human ears can't hear. That is a scientifically proven fact. In real world, it's not anomalous in any sense of the word. You can hurt trees and you can make them scream. So why won't 4521 scream? All the other trees scream. This one doesn't. Why? That's what I want to know. Sydney Swope, good to see you in the chat today. Thank you for your $5 dono. Make sure to grab yourself some chips and salsa at the commissary on your way by. So remember that drug test for 999 you denied? My drug stash is missing and now I have 999's bag of candy on my desk. Please don't demote me to D class. What was in that bag, Sydney? What was in the bag? What kind of drugs did you give the baby? What kind of danger are we all in? Do we need to arm the on-site nuclear warhead? Because last time we did that, the O5 got really mad at us. We were trying to cut back on that. To be honest, what's in the bag? What's in the bag? What did the baby eat? Are we all dead? Doomed. Demised. Funtime the Pirate, thank you for being a member of the Site 42 staff. Reggie gave SCP-999 100 liters of soda, and now he has a shotgun. Help. Alright, so first question, who has the shotgun? Reggie, or an over-caffeinated 999, mixed with cocaina, steroids, and performance enhancers? Sydney? You know those don't mix well with 100 liters of soda. Which also 999 was not supposed to have. Funtime the Pirate. So I'm going to go and give me a minute. I'll be right back. Yes, I know. Shut up. Go arm the on-site nuke. Just be quiet about it. Here's my key. Head on down. Quietly now. Don't raise the alarm. We can mostly contain this, but I need you to be ready. Hey. Crying is not Foundation agent behavior. You know what we were getting into when you took this job. I don't care if the dental plan is good. You scurry on down there now. Hi, I'm back. Everything's fine. Don't worry. Oh. Andre, good to see you in the chat, and thank you for that little coin emoji. Nobody saw that. It is completely redacted and expunged from the records, and no one saw that. Where was I? Alright, I saw Jack Lupin wanted to know if there's a shotgun SCP. I'll be riding shotgun underneath the hot sun, feeling like a someone. Okay, we have, by doing a quick search, SCP-1270 has a shotgun, but it is not the anomaly. The anomaly is the person, not the shotgun. Otherwise, I just keep seeing people complaining about the shotgun in SCP Secret Lab. So I guess that is the only shotgun in an SCP article. But there you go. There's some new knowledge for you right there. And then scrolling down. Matthew Parker, have you tested the tree to see if it's deaf? I mean, it's not talking to us and it's not screaming, so we can't really tell if it can hear us, but I assume it can hear it. Otherwise, all of the tree-related slurs I've been yelling at it are not getting through it. I just can't believe that. Amber, anomalous fluid? You know it, 'tis the holiday season. Destroyer DJ, nothing was dropped, or thrown, or anything of the sort. Otherwise, I'm going to need to send you for some amnestics, because obviously something's up there. How do you feel about the thirst traps for SCP-049 / the Plague Doctor? It's just doing them to annoy me. I mean, let alone, you murder my best friend, and then you gender swap and put on crazy clothes and do frickin' dances that have loud music and interrupt my research. It's very rude. And the fact that people on security staff keep letting it get the gender switching stone every time, infuriating. I am surrounded by incompetence. Yes, I'm talking about you, Steve. Site42 staff, you are within 15 likes of overtaking the view count with the like count, so hit that like button and let's crush that number. Good luck, team. Thank you, Matthew Parker, for the additional $1 dono. Make sure to get yourself a fresh cruller as you pass by the commissary later. Grimace Filming. This is my first live stream. I'm so excited. Well, welcome to that. But 049 is chasing me. Ooh, that's not a good thing. Wait. SCP-049 is in containment. It's in its box. It's not out. What are you being chased by? I think that's even scarier. Oh, hello, the FBI. The Unusual Incidents Unit is in the chat again. I'm doing just fine, UIU. How are you? You feeling particularly zesty? You gonna turn off my microphone again? Ya punks. We're watching you. Our firewalls are up. We saw this coming again. Not this time. It was very funny the first time, but not again. SCP-049. Sherman, I got the gender switching stone again. Damn it! Steve, I'm taking this out of your pay. You go get it and bring it back. Both the plague doctor and the stone. The tree. Thank you for donating to the cause and typing screaming noises, which, as we all know, isn't actually screaming. So now you're taunting me, tree? Now you're taunting me in my own office hours stream? Despicable. Disgusting. A horrid, horrid creature of wood and leaves that will suffer the consequences of its inaction. Jack Lupin, how has the search for Doctor Who been going? It's going worse! Now there's more of them to contain! What? That's never happened before! And now they're all over the gosh darn place! It's easy, hard enough when we were just trying to get one of them when they have infinite paradox powers. Getting out of the Pandorica was BS. I promise you that. It's the pataphysics level above us. The writers of our universe are messing with me specifically. I know it. Black and Blue asks, is there a flower SCP? Well, let's have a look. Shotgun SCP, search into flower SCP. So, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Alright, so anomalous SCPs that related to flowers. Item SCP-4195 is a designation given to a variety of flora from a garden located outside of a home in Jacksonville, Illinois. All instances of SCP-4195 manifest as random species of traditional gardening flowers. So all of the flowers have meanings, and it's not the flowers themselves, it's the flowers spawning in that place is anomalous. By the way, chat, you've done a great job. We are now likes higher than viewers, so you know what to do. Keep pushing that like count higher so more viewers come in. And that's how we build the Site 42 SCP staff. You're doing great. Make sure to all get yourself around when you go by the commissary after hours tonight. Drinks are on Dr. Sherman, because you did it very well. SCP-3219, Flowers of Solomon. Anomalous strain of flower. Specimens of 3291 do not bear fruit while in its dormant phase. However, they do bear flowers. If a flower is used in the construction of a wedding bouquet, the wedding event will trigger a 3291-AX scenario. Starts as a wedding bouquet. Additional flowers bloom. There will be whoever's doing the wedding will switch into saying verses from the Bible in Hebrew. She will be attacked by the bridesmaids and stripped of her wedding dress. Gathers spectators will begin constructing makeshift crucifixes. The groom will then disembowel all spectators. What the hell is this? So if you put 3291 in your wedding bouquet, everyone dies. That's just golly gee great. So yes, there's an anomalous flower for you. Oh boy. Lily's Proposal, of course, my favorite SCP-001, The World's Gone Beautiful, is not a flower itself, but it's the day of flowers, so to speak. So I guess that counts. That is not a flower. This is not on the actual SCP website. SCP-5922 is Tom Purser, a 33-year-old human male. Whenever SCP-5922 experiences a dream, a flower will sprout from its chest, varying in length and species. Severing the stem of the plant has no effect on the disconnected section, but will result in the remainder receding into the body. And it has observation logs. And so that's a bunch. But you can go check out 5922 for more flower SCPs. And then SCP-621, the Hypnobulbs. Personnel are advised not to look at SCP-621 through sunglasses, which has recently been shown to increase 621's mental effects. Only unfiltered lab goggles may be worn around SCP-621. It should be of additional note that unfiltered lab goggles, lab glass, or other transparent obstructions will not shield 621's effects. Any instances of 621 found in the wild are to be exterminated immediately. Any instances of 621 found in public are to be confiscated, and whoever in possession at the time taken in for questioning. Civilians actively watering 621 in the wild are to be detained. It's a series of highly invasive flowering plants. Hypnotizing effect on humans. Varying effects on other animals. So yes, it's a hypnotizing flower. Don't be hypnotized by the flower. It's a bad idea. Are Gundams considered SCPs? So, honestly, in that universe, they are just weapons of war. Unless they have some kind of anomalous property. Gundams are completely normal in that universe, to my recollection. I don't know if there's anything magic about them, so... no, Gundams would not be considered SCPs. Happy Liminal Week. Next up, Prepper Chris. Dr. Sherman, how's Dr. whatever doing, and is there any way to get a site location for SCP-3008? So, we ignore that doctor because he's a douche, and we do not associate anymore. But, so I don't care how he's doing. But, also, I'm not letting you go to SCP-3008. I remember what happened last time. You didn't forget what happened last time. We had to drag you out of there. No. No. But thank you for your dono. Make sure to grab yourself some pepper steak on your way past the commissary. Andre C28. If a rage virus, like 28 days later, is an SCP, how will the Foundation contain it? So, that would be likely in ways similar to many anomalous viral SCPs. Virus, SCP. So, if you go to the page tags, which I've not brought up in office hours before, but at the bottom of SCP articles, you will usually see a list of words under the licensing and citation area. And that is the, those are the tags. And so if an article is tagged with virus, you can click on the tag to go to the list, and it will show you all pages on the wiki that are tagged with that tag. So if I go to the virus tag, there are 63 anomalous virus SCPs. In the zeros, in the 1000s, in the 2000s, in the 3000s, in the 4000s, in the 5000s, in the 6000s, and in the 7000s. Every series of SCP has anomalous viruses. And so, that's where you need to go look up the containment procedures for anomalous viruses, because depending on the one you do, it's the ones most likely to be dealt with. I think the one you're most likely going to use for rage viruses is SCP-088, or is it 081? Where is my version of this with the zombies? 'Cause there's a zombie virus SCP, and I forget what number it is, so I gotta find it again. So I gotta find it again, 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 again. Darling. SCP Zombie. 008. I had the numbers out of order. If I go to 008, then we have zombies. No, not 98. Learn to type with one hand, Sherman. Oh, level 4 clearance. Well, I better input my security credentials. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Zombie virus. So yes, we contain it by Class 5 extreme biological hazards, and all related protocols apply. Incineration and irradiation measures will be deployed in the event of political or military action, which may result in the facility being dismantled, a power failure, or zero communications from operatives or outside channels during any given 8-hour period. The quarantine period for operatives leaving the facility is 4 months. If a breach has occurred, incineration and irradiation measures shall be employed. It should be the policy of all G2 sites not to prepare an evacuation procedure. And so, that is how we would handle the virus on site. And we would be using mobile task forces, cover stories with the militaries of the countries it were released in, and use that to contain any outbreaks. Also, we are not easygoing on that. We don't slack. We go right in and we mess things up, because if you let it get out of hand, then we won't be able to secure, contain, or protect. And we need to be able to do that. George Lugo, thank you for your first dono to Site 42. Make sure to grab yourself some delicious gingerbread men on your way past the commissary later. Not to worry you, but Dr. Niles Hessen is coming with you, knows who in Gears is, and has found SCP-3516 and is planning to ride it. Just a heads up. You're gonna ride 3516? What even is that? Alright, Plaguey over here, you're getting a little aggressive with your music. Chill out, okay? Okay. I fell off my bike. It's a red bicycle, red Schwinn Predator model, flame symbols. Subject begins to ride it. Anomalous abilities 3516 will activate. Subject will experience of excitement and increased levels of adrenaline no matter how fast they're riding, similar to those experienced when on a roller coaster or other method of thrill-based entertainment. Subject will become increasingly accident-prone. Once the subject has fallen off or otherwise crashed, its secondary ability will manifest. Severe damage caused to the surroundings of 3516, which may or may not include the rider, will be far greater than what is normally possible from the impact. Okay, so it is a bike that makes you feel like you're going super, super fast, and then when you fall off of it, it goes off like a bomb. And so, he should not ride that bike. It is illogical for him to ride that bike. And if he does it, then I'm not paying for his funeral. That's one cowgirl. Thank you for your dono. Make sure to grab yourself a bacon cheeseburger on your way past the commissary. How do you calm SCP-529 after giving her cheese? Wait a minute. SCP-529... Josie the half cat. What does it eat? And need to make sure the cat is not lactose intolerant, because if you're giving it cheese, then whoever's on the other side of that half cat is going to be in a very bad mood with us. Maybe, on the other hand, that's how we find them finally. We get them really mad by feeding Josie a bunch of cheese. But that would make her uncomfortable, and I don't want to do that. Don't make the anomaly sick. Scrolling through the chat, running up the chat, looking at the questions that the chat has to ask. Questions from the chat, all that about the cat. Half cat, Josie gonna get you with the... Yeah! What is this guy even saying? Dr. Sherman, someone is trying to summon Cotton Eye Joe. Not again! My word. Lilibeth, Josie the Half-Cat's SCP number is 529. And pulling up security cameras now. All right, I'm pulling up the security on the person performing the ritual now. And my entire system just shut down. Are we back? That was interesting. Still here, chat? Still here? Okay, good. All right, so let's check the security footage. All right. No, his ritual's not going to be a problem. We are not worried about this Sven Johnson's Cotton Eye Joe summoning skills. Don't worry about it. All right. Pepper Chris, are we still working on no clipping? So I would assume that that has something to do with the research into the back rooms and the liminal space work that we're working on. So we have some technically reliable forms of teleportation and no clipping, but that is a little bit difficult to... I wouldn't say it's fully reliable, and so it's something that we experiment with, but it doesn't always work, and then you have to go requisition another D class, and because this one's arm is sticking out the other side of the wall. That is not great. Madster, thank you for donating. Make sure to grab yourself some flan on your way past the commissary later. Madster asks, have you heard of SCP-6059? It's my favorite SCP. Well, I might have heard of it, but it's also, how many numbers are there? There's a ball pit. 30-minute pause on the ball pit. Well, what's this about? Chuck E. Cheese, formerly housing 6059, has been seized by the Foundation personnel under the cover of a major health code violation. Not surprising for Charles Entertainment Cheese. All children exposed to 6059 are to be monitored for future unusual behavior, including but not limited to religious fanaticism, unusual ritualistic behavior, involvement in fringe religions. 6059 is to be fed Chuck E. Cheese brand pizza twice daily. Any complaints from 6059 regarding the quality of pizza provided are to be disregarded. Once a month, 6059's ball pit should be emptied and refilled with plastic balls of the same brand used by standard Chuck E. Cheese establishments. 6059 is permitted to have enrichment activities as a reward for good behavior. 6059 is an amorphous creature, approximately the size of an average human toddler, composed of a mixture of plastic, vomit, pizza sauce, and trace amounts of feces and urine. While amorphous, it is capable of shaping a crude head and mouth. 2 plastic balls placed atop its head with drawn-on pupils serve as its eyes. It is unclear if these eyes are functional. 6059 lives in a ball pit formerly located at Chuck E. Cheese establishment. 6059 is incapable of leaving the confines of its ball pit despite constant statements to the contrary. Children under the age of 10 exposed to 6059 will begin to worship the entity after approximately 20 minutes of exposure. Worship typically takes the form of prostrating in a ring around the pits containing 6059, reciting grandiose statements of 6059's supposed might and power, and throwing slices of Chuck E. Cheese pizza into the pit. Interviewed by Dr. Zacharias Rosemary. The following interview was conducted following successful containment of 6059. Hello, anyone here? Hey! Yeah, hey, Are you balls? What? Thing in my pit. Are you balls? No, I'm a human being. Get out, get out, get out, get out, leave, 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 get out, leave! Are you balls? Okay, I'm starting to like this anomaly. Dr. Rosemary provided with a family-sized Chuck E. Cheese pizza as an offering to 6059. Gives it the pizza. Feeling okay, 6059? More willing to chat now? You have pleased me with a sacrifice. You may speak, non-ball. Right, let's start with the basics. What are you? Tell me, mortal, have you ever had an enlightened experience in a pit? What? Have you ever had an enlightened experience in a pit? Hold on. I have no clue what you're trying to ask me here. Have you ever been blessed by the pit of balls? Left with a mark of the divine? Touched by a higher power? I guess? When I was a kid, I got pink eye from a McDonald's ball pit. Do you mean something like that? Yes, this is it. You have been touched by my blessing. You are a prophet of the pit. All right, that's lovely, 6059. That didn't answer my question, though. Oh, it didn't? Oh, didn't it? No, it didn't. 6059 is silent for several minutes. It suddenly begins shouting, throwing balls at Dr. Rosemary until Dr. Rosemary leaves the pit. 6059, if you don't behave, you're going to get a timeout. Throws another ball at Rosemary, hitting him between the eyes. All right, timeout it is. Wait! Dr. Rosemary institutes a recently developed pause plan, turning off the lights and leaving the room. 6059 angrily throws balls at the mesh netting of the pit every few minutes. Eventually it appears to settle down and begin looking for personnel. Turn the lights back on, mortal! Release me from this time out immediately! 6059 sinks into the pit, staring at the netting. It makes soft whining noises. Please come back. Okay. If you want to see the rest of this, you can go check it out. But that is certainly an SCP I have now been introduced to. Oh my word. That was sure something. Thank you for that experience, Madster. The ball pit monster. Matthew Parker gifting 5 Site 42 memberships. That's what champions do. Congratulations. Also, snatch those up, Site 42 fam. Also, we are only 30 likes away from doubling the amount of viewers to likes. So hit that like button and let's double up our like count to our viewers and show the YouTube algorithm who's boss. It's us at the SCP Foundation, of course. Have you ever read 4823? The addendums are haunting and they're my personal favorite piece of creative writing on the site. Well, Captain Seawolf, I am unfamiliar with that SCP number, so it's something I'll go look into real quick. Also, make sure to grab yourself a Sprite on your way past the commissary later. All right, 4823. What are you? That's just a picture of a banana. That's just a picture of a banana. 4823 is kept in standard containment chamber, Site 77. In case of entry from U-3567, an armed guard is positioned in the room at all times. In order to maintain diplomatic relations, Foundation diplomats are scheduled to visit U-3561 once a month due to the effects that ionizing radiation has on the human body. Foundation personnel are to consume pills containing potassium iodide daily while remaining in U-3567. Any individuals who have returned from 3567 cannot enter again until at least 3 months have passed. Edit, as of 2019, diplomatic relations have been halted. No contact with U-3567 is to be made. Responding to attempts at contact from U-3567 may be allowed if and when such a situation arises. Description. 4823 is a ripe specimen of Musa acuminata, more commonly known as Cavendish banana. It is indestructible and does not suffer from normal biological degradation. It appears to be ancient and thermoluminescence, placing it at least 20,000 years old. The main anomaly is a located transdimensional two-way gateway in place of fruit flesh. The gateway becomes exposed when the banana is peeled, which can only be done halfway. Upon exposure, the gateway will draw the peeler in, exposing them to a noodle effect caused by a strong, non-homogeneous gravitational field in order to force them to fit through. Following entry, SCP-4823 will unpeel itself. The other end of the gateway is an identical object in 3567. It was under the control of the U-3567 version of this SCP Foundation. It's devoid of all animal life. It's inhabited by mobile and sentient plants, most notable of which is a species of sapient humanoid entities, collectively referred to as 4823.3-3, who refer to themselves as bananans, or Musa sapiens. The external morphology of 4823 greatly resemble humans, aside from having a substance identical to a banana peel in place of skin, lacking all bodily hair, and having an extended cranium similar to the shape of a baseline banana. Ring, 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 ring. Banana portal. Ding dong, ding dong, ding dong, ding. Banana nan. This is, and you said this was haunting? The Banana People article is haunting? How interesting. This is pretty long, so if you guys want to see how the Banana People episode gets very haunting, I suggest you give SCP-4823 a read at your leisure. Reminder, office hours. You're here to ask questions, I'm here to give answers. We go back and forth. I learn some things too, because when you teach, you're always going to learn something yourself. But you should probably bring a pen and a notebook to office hours, because there's a lot of articles we go over. We can't go over the whole article without me sitting here reading an article for 40 minutes. So you want to make sure that if there's articles you're interested in, you take the numbers down so you can go give them a read. Glitch Trap 157. Sherman, why did my Christmas tree scream? Probably the lights you put on it were too hot, and so the tree was very uncomfortable. But that's fine. You can just get some lower wattage lights and it'll be just fine. Matthew Parker, what is the most dangerous SCP? I usually go with 3812. 3812 is pretty much the knockout, drag-out, most powerful boy on the wiki. That is, of course, Mr. Sam Howell, who died and came back to life and became an eldritch entity above and below all narrative realms at once. So, 2 meta can take out anything, even Popeye and Saitama. Ex-Psycho, when will the tree scream? Eventually. Going back to testing after this office hours. Just regaining my composure after the last test failed. And grab yourself some delicious cinnamon sticks on your way past the commissary for reminding me, as a thank you for your dono. SCP-939 is a dog, a blind dog. How is the blind dog typing? It's very confusing. We the SCP have escaped due to help with the FBI. No, come on. This is a psych out. This is the FBI trying to trick me into bringing down the firewall so I can check. And then they're going to turn off the microphone and or do other frustrating things. And we do not need that negativity in our life. The UIU can sit there and cope with their inability to free the SCPs or turn off my microphone again. Also make sure, if you are out of your cell as you purport to be, make sure to grab yourself some dog food on your way past the commissary. Pancake Dragon, thank you for your dono. Make sure to grab yourself some pancakes on your way past the commissary. Look at that. Have you seen murder drones yet? Will you ever? So I've only seen some videos about and theories about murder drones. It looks like a futuristic, robot-focused story, which means that our Future SCP folks will have to learn how to contain that. Here in the beautiful present day, nothing to worry about. But during our new series, our new season of X is not an SCP, could very much look forward to murder drones being something if it keeps being a popular and interesting story. Iron Fiva, thank you for your single dono. Make sure to grab yourself a nice juicy steak on your way past the commissary. Dark, thank you for your third dono to the Site 42 cause. Love the content. Also, I looked at 096's face many times and he's chill. I play poker with him on Saturdays. Maybe look into that more. He's secretly a sweetie. So I see what's happened here. You ended up in a universe where we gave SCP-096 the Getting Over Shyness book. We got that from the Tenda village. They lent it to us. Good guys. Lots of dinosaurs around there. Not a big fan of that, but that worked wonders for 096. Now we just can't get it to stop doing TikTok dances. But no one's dying, so I guess we'll just deal with it. Also, grab yourself some black licorice on your way past the commissary, Dark. Captain Seawolf, another question. What's your favorite SCP short film on YouTube? Great question. Okay. So, because, all right, so in the purpose of A, making sure everyone knows what SCP films are out there, besides just saying so, SCP Overlord and SCP Dollhouse are pretty good. The 096 one by Mr. Clay and Dark Math Films, that is definitely top tier. Really, really good, and I like how it does some behind-the-scenes stuff at the Foundation as well. It's not just the Mobile Task Force. I would say that the show SCP Redacted is really good, and my favorite episode of that is the one they do on Samothrace. The SCP Redacted Samothrace episode is so good. It is so well acted and very serious business themes. So see all of Redacted, like the Mallow episode's great, but Samothrace is just like top tier. And of course, here at Site 42, we're hosting the Desire Camera short from Sozo Bear Films, and that one's pretty good. If you haven't seen that, then you can look for Desire Camera on Site 42, and I put that up so we could host that and give it more views. I guess if I had to pick a favorite of all those, it's between Samothrace from SCP Redacted or the 096 short film. But keep an eye out, because between me and my contacts, we have some more SCP short film content coming out this year. And if I'm not the one making it, I'll sure be the one who makes sure you know it exists. Prepper Chris. Dr. Sherman, was 458 approved for a New Year's party? 458? You're talking about the Man on Fire, aren't you? No. Oh, thank God. Oh, I thought they were trying to use the Never-Ending Fireman as fireworks or something, and I was going to be so angry. So I'm glad that I just got the numbers mixed up. 458, the Never-Ending Pizza Box. So let me check. SCP-458, Never-Ending Pizza Box. It's currently on rotation for Site 67. Is going to have the Never-Ending Pizza Box for their New Year's party. That's just how it goes around and around. So unfortunately here at Site 42, we're not going to have it. But check out, if you're at Site 67, celebrate your New Year's victory. Andre, classic novels and mythology versus SCP Wiki. Who will win? So, if we're talking about any myth or god versus any SCP, then the likelihood of the SCP side winning is just because it's so vast and there's so much going on and there's so much OP stuff. And when I say this, I have to have a caveat. There's a lot of SCPs that are not OP in any way. A lot of people get this idea that SCP has gotten bad because people keep writing unbeatable stuff and it's just a bad monster manual. And there's so few articles like that, but they are there. There are plenty of gods and other concepts that are insane. And so more than likely there's something in the SCP documentary that could beat any god or myth. In fact, if I didn't have to bring 3812 up again, because honestly, Sam doesn't like fighting that much, and so it wouldn't really be a factor. Let me look in my videos and tell you about it, because I don't remember if it's a live video or a audio only video, so I gotta check the master playlist. And in my master playlist, Cube, 1984, Swatches, Namaste, Hartman Drive, Sniper at Work, Thump Thump Thump, Please Nerf Nerf, Take Care of Yourself, Halloween, Golden Enlightenment, Retroactive Reaper, A Stereo Idea, A Ghoulish Tale, Alex Thorley Gets a Gift Horse, Hate the Message Not the Messenger, Man Without a Face, Japucha, I'm with the Foundation, Lucky Bucky, Sinks Up Tyrannosaurus, Row, The One True Anomaly. I know I read it, so I just gotta find it. What is SCP-6605? Is that what I'm looking for? I don't think it is. I think I would remember the name of it a little better. Nope, that's the guy who lost his left foot. Still looking. Tutu title, Thinking Man's SCP. Lots of pasta, small town living, lava sharks, deadly knackles, slim pickings, dressing the second, master plan. Amnesia was her name. You don't know her. She works. All is calm, all is well. Happy New Year, nothing changed. Self-propagating date, no. Magician tombstone, deadly diving, unwrap. We didn't start the SCP. Micro shark, curse you animamatics, terms marooned, omnipresent. Maybe it's omnipresent. I think it might be this one. We're talking about 6470. 6470. Nope, that is not the one. Dang it. Had a shot there. Our Fate, Spider Song, The Breaker. How long ago did I read this? Vokshod, Party Balloon, Aggressive Skin Condition, Most Powerful SCP. Seeing Myself Blink, Shards of Glass, He Feels Your Pain. The Virgin Dairy. My name is your name and your name is my name. Little Piece of Me. Confectionery Knife. What Moved the Tides. Lost Luggage. Cheese Has Risen. Beaver Power. All That's Left of What Once Was Burned. The Non-Existent Beast. Sword That Cuts Everything. Toothy. Arm Back You. Herald of Man with Apologies to John Green. Mimir Mimir. Mimir Mimir? Maybe I think it's Mimir Mimir. Maybe. Let's check on 6442. I think we got it. Yeah, there we go. 6442 is the God Killer. Sometime in the distant future. When did we destroy that? When did we create this? We created this in 2023. Oh, we created that this year. It is an anti-meme so powerful that it can kill anything that knows of it. And so, if an entity knows 73% of the inscription, no matter what it is, it will perish. Ergo, any omniscient entities that were used to spy on the Foundation were instantly offed. And so if something is all-knowing, then it immediately just done. Therefore, 6442 takes care of most things that are all-knowing. Now, it's just a meme, so it's not going to hurt someone who doesn't see the inscription. But most gods and myths and stuff are pretty all-knowing, and so they'd be toast. All right, going down. That Witch Mori, thank you for your dono. Make sure to get yourself some soup on your way past the commissary. As a witch, someone who pokes liminal spaces with sticks, yep, this week counts. Love the stream title, Happy New Year. Well, thank you kindly. And yes, definitely that's how we roll around here. Here in the zone where nothing happens for a whole week. Site 42 staff, I don't want to alarm you. But we're currently at 258 viewers and 133 viewers and 259 likes. You could double that with just 10 or 20 likes. So if you have not liked the stream yet, this is your opportunity to double that view count with likes. I believe in you, Site 42 staff. Godspeed. Jack Lupin, there's a lot of shark punching committee members near where I live. That's horrible for you, but more horrible for the sharks in your vicinity. Ah, the stream tricked you. You guys got it to 275 and the viewers jumped to 140, so you're still 5 away. But you're so close. You're almost there. I believe in you, team. Scrolling down the chat. Da-da-na-na-na-na-na-na. 587 steam locomotive. Show me a ghost train. Railroad diorama. Each model is fully functional, so it is a living train diorama. And if you touch it, then they can see you. And we have psychologically experimented on these tiny people and even caused XK events. How could you cause an XK event with that? That's... weird. Oh, we killed them all. Ha! Oh, I see. It's not XK events for us, it's XK events for them. So we made mysterious appearances and disappearances. Then we did persistent unexplainable predation. Then we did mass psychology and religious cataclysms. Then we did XK events. So we simply just mess with them. Real bad. Woo! That's mean. Even for me. GRUP. Dr. Sherman, what is your opinion on the GRU Division P? If you say anything bad, I will send in the Spetsnaz. So, the Russians are pretty good with their anomaly care. They're a little lower budget, you know, all that end of World War II technology. They're definitely more competent than the UIU, I'll give them that. Dr. Sherman, where'd it go? It jumped. May I have safe duty? Abilene, do you want to guard the safe, the Keter safe, or the Euclid safe? Because Dr. Safe is working on the safe, while Dr. Euclid is working on the Euclid safe, and Dr. Keter is working on both the Euclid safe and the safe, while both Dr. Safe and Dr. Euclid have to help Dr. Keter with the Keter safe. That safe? I just want to say hi to you guys. Have a nice to meet you. Heart, I am new to your channel. Kelsey, welcome to the Site 42 staff. Honeyberry, Dr. Sherman, do you believe in Dr. Mr. Illustrated theory that SCP-106 and SCP-035 are brothers? If you do or don't, I want to hear your opinion, please. So, and the next one is Flickr. What is your opinion on 3001? And do you think Dr. Scranton ended up surviving? So, I am a fan of All right, number one, there's no way in hell that he survived coming out of 3001 in peace. No shot. And so in that article itself, I think it's safe to conclude he perished because he had mostly no organs left, and when he came back, he eventually just turned into goo and died. But on the other hand, the tale Until Death on the wiki is a universe where the process of 3001 turned Dr. Scranton into SCP-106, and that is my headcanon. Real tragic. And the point I bring up is that because of that, I don't headcanon 035 being 106's brother, because I headcanon 106 being Dr. Scranton. Question, is the number 2 considered an anomaly? Nope, just a pretty potent meme. Guys, I may have left SCP-049 out. No, we there. He chilling. Don't worry about it. Hey, Sherman, seen any good movies lately? Have I seen any good movies lately? I enjoyed Circle. Circle is a small horror movie that I saw recently, or suspense movie. It's a 2015 movie with a lot of mysteries, and it's just people standing in one room the entire time. And it was pretty good. I enjoyed it. It was suspenseful, had good ethical quandaries, and the ending did trick me, which I appreciate, because I know a lot of stories, and when I am surprised, that is pretty impressive. Dr. Sherman, how the hell do you number SCPs? Because they seem to just randomly slap a number on them and say, welp, that's it. So, depending on, the first thing that happens is your SCP number has to be available. If you go on the wiki and you look at the series list, then, especially on Series 7, where there's still a lot of them left, you'll find the access denieds notice list the available slots. So, you can't have a number that's, you can't have a number that's taken, of course. So we're looking at access denieds, and then some people just pick a random number. Some people try to give a meaningful number to their anomaly. But a lot of the time, because of the limitations, you're just kind of pick a number. Oh, some people pick a number because it's more likely to be read. Like the reason we have a 7,000 and 8,000 contest every time is because most of the time when people are picking articles to read, they'll read the first one in a series. And so they, the ones that are the 1,000 and then the very ones after that normally get a lot of advertising and people want those slots. And now I'm going to take a small tangent break because while I was looking at the SCP wiki database for this answer, I found an article, SCP-7398, Capybara. Capybara? Is it a capybara who drives a cab? Capybara, wait time 13 minutes. Foundation AI to alert Mobile Task Force Phi 1, codenamed City Slickers, agents in Sao Paulo of mentions of 7938 or 7398-1 instances on the internet. Manifests itself as an application for mobile devices when an individual within Sao Paulo with a blood alcohol content greater of 0.02% attempts to use a ride-sharing application such as Uber or 99 to return home following an event with 4 more participants. 7398 will open itself on the user's device and display Capybara, as well as an updating wait time. Wait times on average are much shorter than those of non-anomalous ride-sharing services. Upon reaching 0, the wait time indicator is replaced with a message saying, "Okay, I'm pulling up. User's own land and vehicle." The user's own land vehicle piloted by 7398-1 instance will then manifest into view the user. SCP-7398 is an adult, Hydrocharis, or capybara. It is unknown how 7398-1 is able to operate a vehicle. If the user enters the vehicle, fastens their seatbelt, and closes the door, 7398-1 will begin to pilot the vehicle toward the user's current address. It is unknown how 7398-1 is aware of the location of the user's residence. The user and any other passengers will then begin to overcome with sudden lethargy and sleep within 60 seconds. All passengers will awake simultaneously when the vehicle is within 30 seconds of reaching its destination. They will park the vehicle, typically using the user's driveway or street near their residence, will then fully lower the driver's side window and exit the vehicle. 7398-1's behavior from this point is indistinguishable from a baseline capybara suffering from mild dehydration. Why are... And now we're making a arrangement with the capybaras. Ooh, this goes on for a bit. Interesting. All right, I'll have to read the rest of that later. That's an interesting concept. 7389, capybara. Put that on your notebook for later reading if you want to. See, sometimes getting a good title will get someone interested in your article. I didn't know what obviously, it's exactly what it said on the label. It's a capybara. Andre, which is the most meta SCP? Oh, that's a good question. And before I begin digging into this, Director Ethan, thank you for your $1 dono. Make sure to grab yourself a cruller on your way past the commissary later. Which is the most meta SCP? So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to use some Google Foo. I pity the Foo. Google Foo. Meta SCP. Because I like meta SCP articles. Some people think they are too pretentious. And I say, I am very pretentious, so I do not mind it one bit. Do-do-do-do-do-do-do. Do-do-do. Do-do-do. So, there's a lot of meta SCPs, obviously. 3999 is very meta, and it's one of my favorites. 3043 is very meta, and it's one of my favorites. Swan's Proposal, of course. As Below, So Above. Fourth Wall Breaking. 5999, which I did sound effects for. 5999 is very meta, and it comes after the reader. So that's or something. Okay. So, what is the most meta at the end of the day? What do you consider the most meta? For me, 3999 has a lot of references to different 3999 covers a lot of different SCPs by itself, and it covers the writing process, and it covers other fictional universes. So I'm almost inclined to say most meta is 3999. Because not only does it go meta on the wiki, but it also goes meta on other universes as well. So probably that's what I'd go with. Kato Harp, thank you for your dono. Make sure to grab yourself some penne pasta on your way past the commissary later. Hello, I've been a fan of the SCP universe for dang near a decade now, and I love your content a lot. I know you've written some SCPs yourself. What is your favorite SCP in general, and what is your favorite that you've written? You know, for that kind of a dono, I'm going to go ahead and break my rule. I usually do my favorites at the end of the series, of the end of the office hours, but we're getting close to the end, and you've been very generous, and I thank you kindly. So, first of all, my favorite SCPs that are not the ones I've written, because my favorites being my SCPs would be cheating. So SCPs that I haven't written that are my favorites. Hope you still have your notebooks out, class. 3999, 3043, 008-J, Spooky-J, 5175. It's 5175, right? I always get it backwards. This has not been a problem recently. Is it 51 or 57? 51 or 57? 51, 57. 51. You guys are going to be reminding me my own favorite SCP. 5175 is the Death Knight. And 5175 is therefore one of my favorite SCPs. Along with 5031 and 5320. So one more time. 3999, 3043, 008-J, Spooky-J, 5175, 5031, and 5320. Those are my favorite SCPs, not written by me. Now written by me, what is my favorite SCP that I have written? It changes every time I look at the list. I'm gonna say today that 2700-EX, What I Did for Love, is definitely today's favorite SCP that I myself wrote. It's a very strong... Someone in the chat was asking what's the saddest SCP, and there's a lot of sad ones, of course, but mine is up there on the list of saddest SCP. So if you haven't read 2700-EX, it is both my saddest and my highest rated article at plus 464. So that's soon going to reach 500, which would be pretty cool. And then Noise Boy, thank you for your first dono, the Site 42 coffers. Make sure to grab yourself some nice cream on your way past the commissary. If my dog just pointed at a squawk while the squirrel is hearing green while eating an air horn while jumping off a square, what color is the sky? Well, that's ridiculous. Obviously, it's lavender. Next question. Pepper Chris, can I please be on SCP-343 duty? Why would you want to hang out with that jerk? Oh my word. Such a arrogant prick. I know that he's in another site, and it doesn't matter if I yell, but he heard me. He knows. It knows. It's an object, not a person. Certainly not God. Huh. Hey, Dr. Sherman, what's your opinion on the serpent's hand? Ollie Fry, those hippies are ridiculous. They want to go around and they want to tell the whole world about anomalies. They think that they shouldn't be contained and that they're a natural part of the universe and that they should be free. Bollocks. Bollocks, I say. Bollocks upon all of them. No, those hippies need to stay in their little library that they won't let me in very rudely. Very rudely, I say. They should just stay in there and stay out of our hair. We are maintaining normalcy. We do not need those hippies interfering. Alex Sky. Hey, Dr. Sherman, what do you think about SCP-049 in a maid dress? I think it's not enough punishment. Remember, it's not just a maid dress. It is cat ears and a maid dress. We put all SCP-049s in the cat maid waifu dimension. And that is their punishment for what they did to Raymond Ham. This one will be getting the treatment shortly. It doesn't know it yet. Ex-Psycho. If you do not make the tree scream, you will regret it. Oh, trust me, I already regret that it hasn't screamed yet, but we're going to get it. 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 CB Deathwish. Dr. Sherman. Site 42 doesn't have any security issues that could be taken advantage of, does it? Just wondering, and I'm totally not with the Chaos Insurgency. Keep up the good work, Doc. Oh, well, of course. Security issues at Site 42. Well, there's so few of them, and nothing ever breaks out or anything like that. And certainly, you could not get in the back door of the Foundation, which is left unlocked during Carl's smoke break every afternoon at 4:17 p.m. Totally couldn't get in that way. Okay, there's no security breach there, but now that they're gone, that's where we test the anomalous weapons. And so that will be entertaining to watch when they get brazapped. That'll be looking forward to it. Captain Seawolf, will you ever get in the maid dress and cat ears? Why would I do that? Why would I do that? I didn't kill Raymond Ham. It did. That's why it goes in the maid dress and cat ears. Pay attention. Keep up. Amazementer. The tree is not screaming now. I'm getting pissed. That's right. That's the right attitude to have. But don't worry. We'll get it. The next test tonight is going to be a banger. Dr. Sherman, what is the most chill sentient SCP in your opinion? So, I gotta say, Jeff, SCP-008-J, pretty freaking chill. Just a very friendly dude. And accidents his way into situations and accidents his way out. And is never fussed. Just a nice dude. Kato, thank you for your next dono. Have you ever fired SCP-127 before? 127. I gotta remember, we fired a lot of anomalous weapons here. Let's take a look at the database. Alright, 127 upon first glance appears to be a standard MP5K PDW submachine gun. Tests have revealed that aside from the outer steel and polymer shell, the entirety of the firearm is organic and alive. The weapon's ammunition initially appeared to be human-like teeth. However, DNA testing of the bullets resulted in no match to any known species on Earth. 127 features two settings, semi-auto and fully auto. An audible groan can be heard when switching between the two. Upon depleting the weapon's magazine, typically 60 shots, takes between 3 to 5 days to grow a new supply of ammunition. Attempts to remove the magazine have resulted in failure. It seems permanently attached to the weapon. 127 does not seem capable of reproduction at this time. Scans have shown no apparent reproductive organs. It requires no sustenance between water, calcium, and protein. Teeth gun. So, I have tested the teeth gun before, and just as it says on the tin, it's just a normal gun. Except you gotta feed it, and it shoots teeth. Which, they do. About as dangerous as a regular bullet, but sometimes they shatter and splinter and stuff like that. It causes differences in the way, because they're not metal, yeah. But other than that, yeah, the living gun is just a neat little guy. Just chugging along, growing its teeth bullets. This is a weird job I have. Site 42 staff, I don't want to alarm you, but we're currently at 308 likes and 118 viewers, which means if we were to get just about 60 more likes, we could triple the like to viewer ratio. Can we get that 60 likes? I think so. Godspeed to the like button, Site 42 staff. Back to the chat. Ooh, that chat be flying. What do you think about Slim Thick Senpai? Well, Kelms, I believe Slim Thick Senpai to be a talented creator, a good dancer as a dance teacher. I respect their craft, and they have done a great job in the dancing Plague Doctor niche. And that's done a great job for Site 42, reacting to the Dancing Plague Doctor niche. And so, all around, I'm a fan. Dr. Sherman, how does one go about beginning to work for the Foundation? Well, River, what you're looking at if you want to be hired by the Foundation is quite simple. You need to be, as they say in the Men in Black, the best of the best of the best, sir. And when you are the best of the best of the best, sir, then you will be approached by the Foundation. You don't call us. We call you. And so start getting very interested in the anomalous, whether it be scientifical, whether it be theological, whether it be linguistics. If you're the top in your field, you will probably get a call from us and a large truck full of money that you won't be able to spend anywhere because you're stuck on site all the time. It's not great. But you'll be helping keep the world safe. And what more motivation do you need? Dr. Sherman, what would happen if you introduced 343 to the Gate Guardian? Well, RJ, I would love to find out, but it won't go. It just sits there in its room. I know about the Guardian, but I won't do anything about the Guardian. What a crock. God. Bollocks. Poppycock, I say to that. Hey, Dr. Sherman, I live in Site 42's floorboards. Local chaos insurgent. I find that doubtful, because the Wi-Fi down there is terrible. You would not be sending me messages if that were the case. Nice try getting us to open up and check, though. I'm sure you got to use that opportunity to sneak in the back door that totally isn't unlocked. Dr. Sherman, what do you think about 7551? Well, since I'm unfamiliar with 7551, I'm going to have to look it up. 7551. Pataphysics Department, killing our gods. All personnel files are to be screened on a quarterly basis by an AI located within Exclusion Site 01 designated Jerry. All personnel that Jerry assigns a 37% match or higher are to be designated as 7551-B instances. They are to be placed under discrete observation. Dash Bs that initiate a convergence scenario are to be detained immediately. 7551 is the designation given to former department head Anna Ducloff. 7551 was recruited into the Foundation directly out of college at age 18 on June 15, 2019. Probably by being the best of the best of the best, sir. 7551's excessive qualifications in and mastery of the field of pataphysics or abnormally perfect research, and the practical application of her research saw her promoted to researcher on September 7, 2020. The next year, 7551 was promoted to senior researcher on March 22, 2021. 2 years later, promoted to department head on January 25, 2023. Exclusion Site archives confirmed that an investigation to 7551's promotions was begun late 2022, but was subsequently dropped, and all relevant files disappeared from the Foundation's records. 7551-X, EX, is the designation of the individuals who instigated this investigation. 7551-X's name has been expunged from all records, including those of Exclusion Site. This was achieved through a highly aggressive mimetic effect related to the individual's name. An investigation was begun on June 26, 2023 by the Anti-Mimetics Department to neutralize the meme and discover the identity of 7551-EX. Well, this is certainly meta. Getting very good grades in school. Being monitored. Oh! Oh no! What a twist! Well, that is 7551 is another take on 3812. Huh. Very intriguing. Thank you, whoever it was that turned me on to that. Glitch the Fur. Matthew Parker, I'm back. Also, I have found SCP-999. Has it calmed down after all of those droogs and the 100 liters of soda? Is it quiet now? Can I pull Carl back from the on-site nuke? Would be nice. I do like not having to explode the site. Has not calmed down. All right, stay on the nuke button. I'll tell you when you can leave. Hey, Dr. Sherman, what do you think of the fandom shipping SCPs? Well, I think that's irresponsible. They are very dangerous anomalies. They should not be put through the U.S. Postage Service. Obviously. My word. And anyways, the shipping costs would be absurd. How many SCPs are there? Well, right now, just for SCP articles on the main site, the most majority of Series 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7 are full, and we are closing in on Series 8. So that means we have at least 7,000, working towards 8,000 right now. So that is just in the English language. Of course, there are the foreign language branches as well. Matthew Parker, thank you for your dono, and make sure that you keep 999 quiet now. Hold down the fort. You got to protect everyone in this chat. Uh-oh. Chat jumped on me. I was looking for one. Dr. Sherman, does SCP stand for super cool people? It's not secure, contain, protect. Remember, the first meaning of SCP is actually special containment procedures. That predates the secure, contain, protect motto. So, secure, contain, protect came second, but super cool people always there. Dr. Sherman, we will help you defend your firewall if you give us some SCPs. GRU Division P, we keep things contained. I'm glad you're offering to help against the blasted feds, but we're not trading SCPs for that. That would be the opposite of containing them. And in fact, we'd probably have to ship them, which you know I'm already having a problem with. Dr. Sherman, how old do you have to be to join the Foundation? Alex, I'm going to warn you. We just had an article about someone getting picked up by the Foundation as soon as they graduated from college. And that person turned out to be a very meta Mary Sue-style character. In universe on purpose, which makes the article interesting. But that means that likely you got to be older. You probably have to have some extremely advanced degrees, and that takes time. What's your opinion on the Chaos Insurgency and their goals, Doctor? CB? My answer is idiots with terrible goals. We don't need to worry about them. They can just keep listening to their little AI chatbot boss and keep getting caught in traps again and again and again. That's fine. Is there any SCP that changes parts of its file, whether it be fixing grammar mistakes, adding stuff, removing stuff, redacting stuff like that? There are at least a couple of them. Couldn't name them off the top of my head, but I know that SCPs that change their own article exist. The one I can come to mind immediately is SCP-3143, which is the sequel to SCP-3043, which is one of my favorite SCPs. But 3143, Murphy Law interferes with his own article to save the day. Since when did you get that glorious mustache? I started the mustache back in the summer and had some fun with it. It's got a good shape. It's working for me. It makes me actually look my age, because when I am clean shaven, I look 10 years younger. And so people mistake me for being in my 20s or something. And so the mustache gives me the look of actually being my own age. So, and sits pretty cunning, don't you think? Anyways. Captain Seawolf, thank you for your dono. What are your tips for writing your very first SCP article? So, the most important thing you can do is practice writing, which writing is a skill. It takes practice. There's so many things that people think should come easily to them, and so they don't try. As a dance teacher in my day job, people are like, oh, dancing should be easy, and so me being bad at it is because I'm just naturally unskilled. No one is naturally skilled at anything. Everything is learned. You start as a blank slate, and if you practice something, you get better at it. And if you learn from teachers, you get better at it faster. And so, you need to train by yourself, you need to train with instructors, you need to take classes, you need to study, and get good at whatever it is you want to do. Fitness, dance, music, art, painting, animating, or writing. You gotta practice, you gotta put in the work. And so with that in mind, you'll want to write some articles. You'll want to read a bunch of articles, because you want to get so well versed in the format that it's like second nature to think in that way. So read a ton of articles, and then practice writing, and then look at your article and be like, okay, how can I make this better? And then make it better, and then add to the story, and then make it interesting, and then show it to people and have them see if they like it. And if they like it, you're doing good. If they don't like it, then you probably got some things you got to fix. And you got to go through the process of writing and practicing and getting critique and rewriting and getting critique and getting rewriting until you get to the point where your article, someone reads it who has knowledge about SCP and says, hey, that's a pretty good SCP. And I don't see any problems with it. And so that would be my tip. Tavern at the End of the Multiverse. Thank you for your $5 dono. Make sure to grab yourself some ale at the commissary on your way by. I'd like to join the Mobile Task Force as a qualified marksman. I'd be an excellent addition. And if I can't be Mobile Task Force, I'll join Are We Cool Yet? I mean, that's kind of a drop down. I want to be a soldier, but instead I'll just go join the Anomalous Painters unit. But I mean, you can go through your physical trial, and you can see if you make the cut. But I can't promise anything. I haven't seen your work. Matthew Parker, he's asleep in a contained box. Excellent. You keep an eye on that box. You make sure 999 does not wake back up, because then I can pull Carl away from the nukes. But he's got to be asleep for a while. Otherwise, we got to be on guard still. Delta Firex. Dr. Sherman, please tell me what to do. I found traces of contamination from SCP-3312 on the dark web in the form of an ad I accidentally clicked on. I think I've been exposed to 3312. So I hope that's not the case. If that is the case, I hope you're a furry, because if you're a furry, you're immune to 3312. But if you're not a furry, then I suggest you get your affairs in order. Because I don't remember if 3312 can be reversed. Individual 6 stages may only affect individuals with no prior involvement in the furry community. Evolves from a compulsive mimetic to a mind-affecting agent past stage 4. Stage 4, stage 5. Does it say people can be cured? Yeah, I would suggest staying away from all furry material, lest you get more dragged in. Unless you are a furry, then that's keeping you safe. Good luck! Prepper Chris 1. Other than writing SCPs, how can I raise my karma? So I think you're talking about wiki.karma, of which I am at 3 bars. And so it's supposed to be done wiki.karma. Let me look that up for sure. Wiki.karma. So you can raise your karma on Wikidot by creating and editing wiki content or pages. Now, a great way to do that is anytime, if you are a member of SCP and you have your account, then just fixing typos on articles counts as editing. And that makes you gain some points, some karma points. So making sure that while you're scrolling through, if you see a typo, fix it. Now, don't fix things that you aren't sure about, because obviously you don't want to be messing with someone's article and changing their story. But little typos here and there, if you catch them and fix them, that's a good way to do it. Participating in the forum discussions, talking to people, making friends. The more you talk, the more your karma goes up. I don't want to alert you, chat, but I'm looking at the likes to viewer ratio, and we're currently at 354 likes to 105 viewers, which means we have, in fact, crested the triple likes to viewer ratio. I'd like to give you a raise of the glass. Have some liminal cheer here in this liminal week. That's good anomalous fluid. You can also raise your karma by becoming an administrator / moderator / member, because that will get you on the wiki more and interacting and doing little odd jobs, and so that'll help. Inviting people to join Wikidot or having contacts and friends on Wikidot helps, but that requires knowing people, and so you don't need to worry about that. But yes, that is how you get your karma. Although it's not necessarily a big deal to have high karma on the wiki. It's not like it gives you any sort of benefit besides just the clout of having been around the block. Melonhead, Dr. Sherman, how do you or can avoid the employees at SCP-3008, the Infinite IKEA? So it's a survivalist thing. You gotta be careful. You gotta be looking around. You gotta be watching your surroundings. You gotta hide. You gotta build fortifications. You gotta make yourself scarce, because if they can't find you, they won't mess with you. And so it's the ultimate hide and seek with death on the line. If it's nighttime anyways. Glitch Trap 157. Doctor, I made the tree scream. Do not lie to me in my own chat. If that tree screamed, I would have been alerted. Now, you can make any other tree scream, that's not shocking. They all scream all the time. We can't hear them, but they're there. But 4521 didn't scream. Don't play those games. Otherwise, I demote you to sanitation duty. Sherman, what is it like to be defeated by a person online in spinning a pen in a short? And also, you gave them SCP-999. Isn't that against the rules? So, game respects game. They have some mad pin skills, and their spinning is superb. It is superior. That's the word I wanted. To my spinning, there's no shame. If I spent as much time practicing pen spinning as they have, I'd be that good, but I haven't. And so I bow gracefully to someone who's put in the efforts. We're not here to be jealous and loserly. We respect hard work, and we strive to be better on our own. On the other hand, I didn't give them SCP-999. I allowed them 10 minutes of recreation time with SCP-999 as a victory gift, which is the customary thing one does when you are acknowledging that someone beat you at your hobby. I know about the Peter Griffin SCP. Power Armor Chris, I do not know of any Peter Griffin SCP, but Google will tell me if you're just memeing or telling the truth. Oh, son of a what? SCP-5981, Nuke City. Each road leading to the supposed location of 5981 has been closed off as a cover story that the chemical leak has rendered the area uninhabitable. Keyword search crawler 198 operators to remove any mention of Nuke City from the internet. The cadaver of 5981-2 is to be kept frozen in cadaver storage sector of Site 19 for further research. Nuke City, located on the intersection of US Route 93 and US 93. Alternate. According to accounts, 5981 was founded in the early 1940s, subject to nuclear strike. Those who believe it exists and want to visit it will disappear from reality shortly after entering its city limits. They will often reappear with memories of visiting the city, occasionally return with paraphernalia related to 5981, designated 5981-1, such as t-shirts with slogans that say, I survived Nuke City, vials of nuclear byproducts, photographic media of the suburban area of Nuke City, negotiable U.S. currency, supposedly 1 in 5981's many casinos. What the hell is this? The original propagation of SCP-5981 was in Season 13, Episode 7 of the animated sitcom Family Guy titled Nuke City. In this episode, main character Brian Griffin begins to date a woman who he later discovers has been mutated to have gills. In spite of this, Brian still resolves to continue seeing this woman. Brian and his family are later invited to visit the woman's family in SCP-5981. After several minutes of hijinks, mostly due to Brian's owner, Peter Griffin, having an infatuation with the city, the woman's father is revealed to have only invited the Griffin family in order to kidnap the family's baby, Stewie Griffin. The episode ends with the kidnapper being pushed into a nuclear reactor. This causes a nuclear explosion which destroys SCP-5981 once again, but not before the Griffins escape. A full video transcript of this episode can be found in Document 5981 Griffin. The episode was met with general acclaim. The internet search for Nuke City increased by over 5,000% after the episode aired. 7 minutes after the episode premiered on Fox, the website visitnukecity.com appeared, providing bus tickets to, tours of, and paraphernalia related to 5981. Seth MacFarlane, the executive producer of Family Guy, was forced to produce a statement asserting that 5981 was not real and simply an element of fiction. In addition, the Foundation encouraged the removal of the episode in question from public distribution under the pretense that it encouraged dangerous activity. After 3 months, it was determined that public knowledge of 5981 was low enough that more aggressive measures could be taken to suppress it. See our containment procedures. So, that's at least a Peter Griffin adjacent SCP. Is that what you were talking about? Nuke City? Matthew Parker, thank you for your small dono. Keep guarding that box. Make sure that anomaly stays sleepy time. Question, how would the Foundation react to Warehouse 13? Would they consider them rivals or as a subset for the Foundation? Wizard's Warrior, it's very easy. Warehouse 13 is run by the federal government. They are the UIU, the Unusual Incidents Unit of the Federal Bureau of Investigations, otherwise known as the UI Useless. So, we already have a Warehouse 13 in the Foundation universe, and they are poorly underfunded, much like Warehouse 13 is, and they get all into hijinks because they are not prepared like they should be. Do I like Pearl Jam? I am Pearl Jam neutral. I've heard some of their songs on the radio, but I've never listened to their discography. So I am completely neutral to Pearl Jam's existence. Oh my! This office hours has gone on for a while. Okay. I'm going to hang on for 13 more minutes. That'll give us a solid 2-hour stream. And that will be the end of our time together tonight. So with that in mind, get your last questions in quick. If someone were to make an SCP based off a short dream, would that be a good idea? Mitchie, dreams are inspiration for lots of different stories and genres of things. You could usually get pretty good ideas from dreams, especially because dreams get pretty weird. And so if you can give that flavor to the story, it is possible. But remember, ideas are a dime a dozen. The hardest part is sitting down and writing it. So I like to say any idea can be a good SCP if written properly. But you gotta sit down and do the work of writing it and getting it critiqued and then getting it done. If you don't write it, then it doesn't matter if it's the best idea ever. But any idea is a good idea with the right implementation. Remember that. Sherman, I'm in Siberia. Please save me. You're a little out of range of Site 42, but maybe the GRU Division P will pick you up. Dr. Sherman, how cold would I have to make it to freeze SCP-096? Well, real quick before I answer that question for you, Dr. Breaker. Matthew Parker, SCP-999 is now in a certified container. Good work. All right. You can come off the nuke button now. You stop crying. Stop. Pull yourself together. You sat there for 2 hours. It's not that difficult. Yes, your life was on the line. Everyone's life is on the line here every day. Go get a coffee, Jesus. Milk Jesus specifically. Dr. Sherman, there's someone called SCP, he or she, on YouTube. If you heard about them, what do you think about them? And after this one question, I need to go to my favorite SCP person. So, I do not know about that SCP YouTuber, but I will Google them real quick and see if they exist and I can find them. That's a weird channel name. But in the meantime, while I'm searching for that, I am happy to be your favorite SCP YouTuber. There are many, many good ones of us. And I am proud to be on top of that crowd. I do not see the channel you're talking about, but that's not shocking. Oh, wait, I have to actually go to YouTube first. Come on. Cut. I'll try it one more time, but it's such a weird channel name because those words do not search engine optimize real good because most things are going to have he or she in them. Yeah, I don't see this creator. Maybe they're too small. Maybe it's a matter of... maybe they're too small. Maybe it's bad search engine optimization, or maybe I got the title wrong. And I'm going to put that on my watch later. I wonder what you have to say. All right. The Serpent's Hand. We aren't hippies, Dr. Sherman. Yeah, right. Little woo-woo magic hand, Serpent's Hand. Big ol' sneaky library with magic frou-frou dust. I know your game. Dun, 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 dun. Does 049 have a face? Like, has anyone taken the mask off him before? Ivan, we have never gotten the mask off. It is, as far as we know, from x-rays, it is part of its face. When we look at SCP-049 images, is that article still on the... Yes. So we'll move this over here, and boom. So the nose of the mask is a protrusion of bone. So that is its face. That's wild, of course. It's still there. X-Bunny, Dr. Sherman, y'all said we couldn't take off his robes, but you never said we couldn't take off his pants. If you touch him, you will die. If you touch it, you will die. Object, not person. So, yes, you can try to take off its pants and perish, if you so choose, but it's a bad idea. Dr. Sherman, would you be Serpent's Hand if you weren't recruited for the Foundation? Amber, you trying to get me in trouble with the Overseers? But no, I guess I've got a soft spot for the betterment of mankind and anomalous kind, and so maybe I could see their point of view if I didn't have a job to do. Maybe. Anthony Vargas, thank you for your first dono to Site 42. Dr. Sherman, I just gave SCP-999 candy and soda. Matthew Parker, why weren't you watching and stopping this from happening? Oh, Carl, get back here with your coffee. Yeah, I'm glad you're feeling better. Now go man the nuke. Again, yes. Clean up your coffee and your tears, and then go man the nuke. It's so hard to get good help these days. Anthony, I would say go get some soda and candy from the commissary, but it looks like you already did. And you ruined Carl's days over it. Is the Cat in the Hat SCP? Oh, wait a minute. So number one, the Cat in the Hat is not an SCP, but it is anomalous as they'll get out. Remember, it's only an SCP if it's on the SCP Wiki, but most things that we would call SCPs generally, if they're not on the Wiki, then they are anomalous. They're still anomalous. He has 2.24 subs, and the name is SCP Explained Story and Animation. Oh, then I didn't understand that at all by the way you named it earlier. Sorry. But, SCP. So what I can say is that Hunter, the voice actor of SCP Explained, righteous dude. Good guy. Love to work with that guy on stuff. The channel's content has gotten a little samey for me. I would like to see more innovation on both the animation style fronts and the stories that they do. But they have some decent stuff. I'm just not a big fan of the what we call the content farm style of SCP content. Not my cup of tea. Pancake Dragon, what's your favorite kind of pizza? Have you tried pizza from 458? Also, I took ice cream from my pancakes before. I hope that's okay. Number one, sure, ice cream for your pancakes is great. Number two is I have had pizza from 458 when it came to Site 42 on its rotation between the sites. And my favorite pizza, I got two favorite kinds of pizza. Now, the first kind of pizza is all a variation on either meat lovers or pepperoni lovers from Pizza Hut with extra cheese on thin crust. Or sometimes, if I need to change a pace, stuffed crust. But pepperoni lovers or meat lovers, depending on the meat I'm in the mood for, extra cheese on top, thin crust or stuffed crust. That is one version of my favorite pizza. I love it all day, every day. And I can switch out the pepperoni lovers or the meat lovers for Hawaiian. Because ham and pineapple, all day. The thing is that it has to specifically be Pizza Hut, because even though it's not the best pizza in the world, it's the pizza I grew up with, and therefore it's my favorite. So there's a lot of great pizza in the world. I'm not going to get you wrong. I enjoy all kinds of pizza. But my favorite for me is that Pizza Hut regular fast food pizza. Every day. Hashtag not sponsored. Matthew Parker, I blinked, and why did I do that? I just got him to sleep. Yes, I'm just as frustrated as you are, but I need you to clean up this mess now. And also make Anthony Vargas put into some security prison for having fed the baby the bad things. And with that, we have reached the end of today's live stream office hours. So, Site 42 staff, I hope you have learned a lot today. I certainly have. We managed to get more than 3 times the viewers' likes to... We could almost hit 4 times before the end of stream if just a little more of you hit that like button during the finals here. If we got 4 times, that would be 440-something likes, 448 likes. That would be pretty impressive. We'll see if you can pull it off before I say my goodbyes. But in the meantime, I hope you have good information. It's been fun talking to you all. Make sure that you don't burn down the site in the meantime before our next office hours chat. Oh, you did it! You quadrupled the likes to viewer ratio. Site 42 staff on the way out the door. Bringing it in clutch. Good work. I am certain I will see you guys a little bit more during this liminal week. It's that week where nothing really super going on, so we'll just keep it going. Alex Sky, get to 1 million subs, Mr. Sherman. Yes, we are at 480 something right now. Which is crazy. We only got our silver play button in March, and now we're looking at 483K going on 484. If it were a couple more months, or if there were a couple more days left in the year, we'd hit 500K before New Year's. But right now, we're going to hit that right afterwards. So that's still pretty cool. And I've turned away a lot of non-SCP affiliated work, unless it was like sponsored and it can help grow the channel. Because in the next 2024, I want to work really hard on building the Site 42 up so that we can start making films of our own. Sponsoring, helping to produce, getting actors and directors put together with props, crews, and hair and makeup, and making some real new SCP content out there. So in the meantime, I will see you guys in the next live stream or video, whatever comes out next. Make sure to check out today's short and today's video, because I think... No, we dropped Lennox Mutual 3 yesterday. So make sure you go check that out. And this has been Dr. Theron Sherman. Secure, contain, protect. And I will see you in the next stream. Waiting, watching the clock. It's 4 o'clock. It's got to stop. Tell him, take no more. She practices her speech as he opens the door. She rolls over, pretends to sleep as he looks her over. She lies and says she's in love with him. Can't find a better man. She dreams in color, she dreams in red. Can't find a better man. Can't find a better man. Can't find a better man. Oh.